Most people do not know the origins of the Trinity, the Christian version of the Trinity. Today we will discuss how that concept came about, where it came from, and who are the true inventors of this philosophy and how it affects us today. This story came from so-called Egypt, in better terms, in Kemet. The word Kemet means land of the blacks. Asar, Aset, and Heru are the original characters within this mythological story. Asar is where we get the Godhead figure in Christianity. Aset is where we get the Virgin Mary, and Heru is where we get the baby Jesus or the Son of God. According to our ancient stories in Kemet, as they call it now, Egypt, we had the divine mother and son, Heru and Aset. From this ancient Egyptian mythology story is where the concept of the Black Madonna was born and or created. Due to the destruction of Egypt by colonizing powers, this is where the skullduggery takes place and the thievery of our culture and concepts was born. Now we have this figure here. Now, after colonization, what we have is this image before you, which is designed to cause a psychological trauma in which people would see their oppressor as their God. We have been forced to replace our culture and our knowledge of self with a lie that serves us no purpose but to keep a continuous pattern of us being slaves mentally and physically. These stories from Egypt were intended to teach all Black people, melanated people, that we are gods and goddesses, that we come from the divine mother, which would be Aset, and the children would be Heru, the sons of God, men and women in the physical form on earth. Now, this particular God energy in the form of a female, it would be classified as feminine energy that comes from the God source. This feminine energy is a physical manifestation in the physical world of the feminine aspect of God, and it serves a purpose of nurturing, caring, loving, and providing new life through the Black woman's womb. Through this process, new life is created, and that new life would be considered the Son of God. Let us discuss Aset. Aset is the feminine principle of the physical manifestation that we see on the planet every day in the form of a Black woman. Now, this physical representation of a Black woman is literally the physical manifestation of God on earth in the physical form, which is love, kindness, unity, family, nurturing. The Black woman is the mother of all creation. White people, Asian people, Italian, Hispanic, all creation comes from this Black woman, which makes her God. And if you are a Black woman, you are the mother of nations and warriors. The feminine principle of the Black woman, who is God with beautiful skin. Through the birthing process, Aset passes down onto us a special chemical called melanin, which gives us our skin color. And also, melanin is the seat or the throne to the black dot, which we'll talk about later. The black dot essentially is God or Ra. Now, since the feminine principle of God on earth is able to produce life, that life, as you see on the screen, would be Heru. Heru, the son of God, which is Ra, is a direct link to Ra, or his father. This is why we say that we are God's children. Ra gives birth to himself as we got the bastardized version of the European colonizer slash white supremacist version of Virgin Mary and Jesus in the physical form. In reality, we are born from God each time we have children as melanated sun God people. The Bible says the devil comes to steal, kill, and destroy. We must pay attention and see who the destroyer is and replace the system that destroys with a system of justice and truth. The Kemetic people gave the name Neter to the great and supreme force, the one God, the source of all creation, all that is and all that shall be. They felt that to know this one all supreme deity or God, you would have to know its many attributes. So Neter is actually every human being who does not really die, but goes on living in different forms. Knetic spirituality is not polytheistic, nor is it monotheistic, for it holds the same supreme being is more than a god or a goddess. The supreme being is an all-encompassing absolute divinity. In the creation myth, Asar is the son of Geb and Nut, who are in turn the offsprings of Shu and Tefnut, who are themselves children of Ra. In another creation myth of Asar, it is said that Asar uttered his own name, Asar, and thereby brought the world and all life within it into existence. This is the process of the divine incarnation, whereby the supreme being becomes the universe. Asar, the Lord of the perfect black, is the personification of the blackness of the vastness, unmanifested regions of existence. Asar is the existence of all things and the very soul of every human being as the higher self, who, through ignorance, has become involved in the world. Asar was slain by his own ego, which is represented by Set, or where you get the term the devil from in Christianity. Asar also symbolizes the fragmented ocean of consciousness which has been cut into pieces by the lower self, or the ego, which cuts us off from the all-knowing, all-seeing consciousness of the divine. This is only a small preview of knowledge that I will present in a series so that we have the understanding of where we come from and our spiritualness and how we are gods. Thank you for watching.